Janai, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
We happy to have you in the studio. We can aggravate you to death. You've been on the whole show this morning. Last week we talked about how young adults are so broke they're still living at home, ruining their parents' retirement, borrowing money from mom and dad to pay their bills. So we got you in this morning, to help us out. To help, just to help the young people this morning. I'm excited about that. What advice do you have for parents who are in this situation?
So what I want to start talking about are for parents who are not meeting their retirement goals or just not living the quality of life that they want to because they're supporting their adult children. So I'm not talking about your sweet little 10 or 12-year-olds. These are your adult children. First of all, I need everybody to know there is no financial aid for retirement. Okay. There is no financial aid for retirement, so we have to remember that. On average, parents are spending over $1,400 a month to support their adult children. Right. $1,400 a month. So adult kids now. Yeah. Over 40% of parents are supporting children up to age 33 now.
What?
So that's the standard. Age 33 is the standard. So just like we are getting used to our children graduating from high school, graduating from college, now we have to get used to graduating them off of our parent payroll so they can be independent.
Now, parents who want to help parents who want to help their adult children save money may keep them on their car insurance even if their adult child lives are out of state. Adult child lives out of state. Why might that be an issue for parents?
Brad, that's a big thing that people do to kind of save money. So now your child has probably graduated from college. They're living on their own, and you still have them on your insurance. But guess what? Particularly if they live out of state, they have to have their own insurance. The insurance covers where the car is garaged. So by you saving money, you're actually setting yourself up for liability. We have to understand when our children become adults, we need to begin to create some separation because we're the one with the assets. We're the one who owns the house. We're the one who has a retirement account or some money in the bank. So we don't want their actions to get us in trouble. So again, we need to be preparing them to graduate off of our payroll and separate from us.
Right. Okay, now we're talking to money expert, Ms. Jini Thornton. Now, Jini, I've heard that you mentioned how important exposure is when it comes to getting young adults financially independent. So what do you mean, honey, by exposure, and why is it important?
I think exposure is key to graduating our young adults off our parent payroll. So, like, if you're going to get your taxes done, please take your kids with you. You buying a new house or car, please take your kids with you. You're on the phone with your insurance agent. Please put your young adult or your teenagers on the phone with you. How else are they supposed to learn? We want them to be independent, but we're not exposing them. So these are the things that have to happen. It's a process. We're handling money over here, and then they're over here living their lives, but we want them to go. We have to equip them to move on.
Yeah. I love the duality of this conversation because it's not only, I want to keep my money that I earn, but you also want your child to learn some self-sufficiency.
Absolutely.
So if you have an adult child.
Excuse me. Can you Google
self-sufficiency?
Self-sufficiency.
Google that, girl.
Yeah, some of us are challenged.
Maria, why you do this? You just mess up the whole. Everything was going good. I'm saying the whole.
I know you unequivocally throw us off.
What?
She unequivocally
throws us off. We're going to do one word at a time, please.
Google that. Unequivocal. Yeah, everything, the interview be going good, and then here she come with that FAMU stuff.
Continue.
Hold on, Maria.
Hold on. Here, let's just go ahead on and do what that means. It's able to maintain oneself or itself without outside aid, capable of providing for one's own need, a self-sufficient farm, having an extreme confidence in one's own ability or worth, haughty, overbearing.
Okay, ask the damn question, Maria. Stop.
So how can we teach our children, our adult kids, to be more self-sufficient, and should we start charging them rent if they're still staying at our house?
Yeah, I think adult children should pay rent. Again, these are not your.
I think so too.
Absolutely, these are not your sweet, precious 10-year-olds. I'm talking about your able-bodied 25-year-old, independent, healthy children. How else are they going to learn the responsibility of what it's like to live in the real world?
Exactly.
And this is the practice that happens. So it's a process to get them financially independent. Brad is over here having a fit right now. Jesus. He's over here having a fit. But it is critical.
I had to take a mic.
I know. I see. Yeah. Literally took her mic. But it is critical for our children's success and our success, too, for them to get in the habit. Yeah. We're not setting them up for the real world if they're not paying rent. So I'm not saying they have to pay market rent, but they certainly need to be paying rent.
When me and my brother James used to cut yards and my Uncle Archie, honey, we used to have to give $25 to the house every Saturday when we got paid. And we didn't get paid that much money. But my mama made us give $25 to the house.
Yes. So, Gary, you used to do landscaping.
Yes, honey. My Uncle Archie had a landscaping company. And, honey, we cut yards. And, honey, we used to cut a lot of yards and $25, which my parents didn't need the money, but we had to taught us how to give. And that's what bothers me, how these grown people let these kids live with them and say, well, they saving money to get their own place. No. You need to give some money right now, too, and save. Hell, y'all don't make people give their doggone money to the doggone house.
It has nothing to do whether you need it or if you can afford it or not. It's about building the habit. This is how we prepare them for the real world.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
This is a good topic.
It is.
It's a critical topic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because my granddaddy, when I was working, I had to give my grandmother my check.
Right.
And then she would, like, in her own way, if she needed something, she would use it, but she would put my money up. So when I got ready to get my first apartment or a little piece of car that, if he found a good deal, she had money. She used to keep it up in the china cabinet, right. Up in the dish or up in those dishes and stuff. And then you had everything you needed to that helped give me my start. So that's really important. Jini, let everybody know how they can follow your website as well.
Okay, so you can always follow me at Jini Thornton. That's JiniThornton. And if you need some help on graduating your young adult off your parent payroll, please check out my website, endparentpayroll.com. Again, endparentpayroll.com.
Man, Jini, it's always good to have you.
I'm so happy to be here with y'all today.
In the studio.
Happy.
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness.
With your pretty self.
I'm so happy to be here.
You went to FAM. You went to
A&T.
North Carolina. Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
Go ahead and shout out all the...
Come on. First of all, shout out to North Carolina A&T State University, Aggie Pride. Shout out to the most amazing, beautiful women of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah. Come on now.
There it is. Thank you.